Greetings everyone. Welcome to our session whereby we are going to discuss the Maseno School mock examination that was done in July. Let's share the link also to our other friends. Let's welcome them by sharing the link to our other friends. This is a very good paper. A very good paper. I've gone through it and I've seen it's good to share it with you because it contains a lot that a student can learn from. I'm going to take you through this paper step by step. I'm going to take you through the paper step by step. When you look at this Maseno School mock examination, it's not only Maseno that did the paper. We had also some big schools that did the paper. The likes of Butula Boys also sat for the paper. St. Mary's Yala also did the very mock, and Kisumu Boys. So you realize that this is a mock that was done by 4 very big schools. The paper was set by very experienced math teachers following the standards of the KCSE. Just give us your support as we are starting this paper by subscribing to our channel. Subscribe to our channel. Give us the support by subscribing to our channel. Also, there in the comment section, you can drop a comment telling us where you are following us live from, and maybe mentioning the name of your school. It will be very important. But above all, make sure you subscribe. So without wasting time, dear learners, allow I go to question number 1. Let's go to question number 1. If you look at that question, is from Form 3 under errors and approximation, that the dimensions of a rectangular floor are given to the nearest 10 centimeters. As 12.5 meters and 9.6 meters. Calculate the percentage error of the floor. Remember that they are given to the nearest 10 centimeters. So we need to get limits. If we have 12.5, remember that 12.5, the 12.5 now, dear learners, is going to range, 12.5 is going to range from 12.45 all the way to 12.55. Then 9.6, the range for 9.6 is now going to be 9.55, 9.55 to all the way to 9.65. Those will be the ranges. So because it is a rectangular floor and they are asking about the area, first let me calculate the minimum area. Minimum area is obtained by taking the minimum values. That will be now, for us to get minimum area, you need now to take 12.45 times 9.55. When you multiply that, hope you have your calculator around you. 12.45 times 9.55, dear learners, I'm getting 118.8975. That is my minimum area. You obtain minimum area by taking minimum values. Let's also compute what we normally call the maximum area. Maximum area, dear learners, is obtained by taking the product of the maximum length, that will be now 12.55, being multiplied by the maximum width, that is 9.65. When you multiply that, you are going to get 121.1075. Then after that, we need to get what is called absolute error. We now have that. Maybe before we get absolute error, let me also get the actual area of this whatever. The actual area. The actual area you take. Actual area it will be now 12.5 being multiplied by 9.6. Using your calculator for higher level of accuracy, 12.5 times 9.6, you are going to get 120. That is the actual area. That is the actual area. After getting the actual area, we are now going to get what is called absolute error. We are going to get what is called absolute error. Absolute error. You take your maximum area, which will be 121.1075, plus your minimum area, which will be 118.8975. Then you divide it by 2. Sorry. Then you divide it by 2. When you divide that by 2, I'm going now to get an absolute error. My absolute error is I'm using my calculator, 121.1075 plus 118.8975. Then I divide this by 2. I'm getting sorry, you minus maximum A. Why am I adding? Should be maximum area minus minimum area divided by 2. Apologies for that. Maximum area, that will be 121.1075 minus 118.8975. You subtract, then you divide it by 2. I'm getting 1.105. 1.105. Then after getting a percentage, absolute error, I can get what is called percentage error. Percentage error is obtained by taking absolute error over the actual area expressed as a percentage. So this will be 1.105 over 120 times 100%. Multiply that by 100%. And that tells you, when you do that, dear learners, you should be getting, have they said the number of decimal points? No. So you should be getting your answer is 0. Sorry, 0.9, 0.90, maybe 2, 0. What am I writing? Should be 0.9208. 08. That is our percentage error for this problem, learners. That is our percentage error. So this is a percent. So that's how you could have answered that question, dear learners. That is how you could have answered the question. Let's look at question number 12. Sorry, question number 2. Let's look at question number 2 of the very paper. Remember, this is a very, very good paper. Okay, I can see Nimheren, good work, Mwalimu. Thank you. Khalif Mugendi from Igembe Boys, watching live from Meru. Feeling proud of my math teacher, Mr. Njeru. Wonderful. I can also see Faith Cheruto. Thanks for the lesson. I'm here to make you pass. Mary Wanyanga is saying hello to the team. Wonderful. Keep dropping your comments, dear learners. Also, make sure, because I'm also supporting you academically, just give me your support by making your subscription to our channel. By making your subscription to our channel, make sure you've just subscribed. It will not cost you anything. Question number 2 is a question from Form 3 under the topic of SADS. It says that given 5 over root 3 minus root 2 minus root 3 plus root 2 is equivalent to A root 2 plus B root 3. Find the values of A and B. Dear learners, look at that question. A very, very wonderful question. A very, very wonderful question. Let's see how we approach this question. We've been given 5 over root 3 minus root 2, then minus 2 all over root 3 plus root 2. If you look at these questions, this is like saying fractions. Okay, I'm seeing someone, Abdimajid from Maseno School. Wonderful, wonderful. So when you look at these SADS learners, when you are given such a type of question from SADS and you are told to work it out, treat this just as your normal fractions, how you do add or subtract your fractions. The first thing is you get the LCM of your denominators. Looking into our denominators, we have root 3 minus root 2 and root 3 plus root 2. So the LCM of our denominators is just going to be the product of our denominators. So we are going to have root 3 minus root 2, then multiplied by root 3 plus root 2. That is our LCM. Then we put that bar at the top there. I told you we are following just how we do add or subtract fractions, that normal way. Nothing difficult in this question. Let me show you. So when I take the the LCM, I divide by my first denominator. You are going to see root 3 minus root 2 is going to cancel with 1 of root 3 minus root 2 in my denominator, in my LCM. Therefore, when I divide the LCM by the first denominator, I'm going to be left with a root 3 plus root 2. Therefore, now that root 3 plus root 2 that is remaining, I'm going to multiply with my numerator, which is 5. So I'm going to have 5 into root 3 plus root 2. Wonderful. Root 3 plus root 2, like that. Then minus. When again I take my LCM, I divide it by my second denominator. That is, I divide it by root 3 plus root 2. You will find that the root 3 plus the root 2 is going to cancel each other. I'll be left now with root 3 minus root 2, which now I'm going to multiply it with my numerator, which is a negative 2. So this will be times 2 into root 3 minus root 2. Then now we proceed working out. Let me open the brackets of my numerator. 3 times root 3, 5 times root 3, I'm going to get here 5 root 3. Then plus 5 times root 2, I'm going to get here 5 root 2. Follow keenly, learners. A very, very common question. Then negative 2 times root 3, I'm going to get negative 2 root 3. Then negative 2 times negative root 2, it will be now positive 2 root 2. Then all over. When you work on your numerator, when you work on your denominator, I'm going to get, okay, maybe just let me do all the steps so that all learners can understand, because we have learners with different understanding. Root 3 times root 3, I'm going to have here root 9, and root 9 is going to be 3. Then root 3 times root 2 will be plus root 6. Then negative root 2 times root 3, I'm going to get negative root 6. Then negative root 2 plus root 2, I'm going to get here, I'm going to get this one here as minus. That will be negative root 4, which is just like saying minus 2. Then let's see what happens. Look at your numerator, dear learners. When you look at your numerator, I'm seeing, just a moment, let me see something here. Do we have anything cancelling in the numerator? We don't. Okay, let's proceed. So 5 root 3, when I collect my like terms, the first set I'm going to have 5 root 3 minus 2 root 3. How do you know that those sides are like terms? You look at the number that is inside the root. If they have a common number inside the root function, then the two sides are similar. For example, here, the like term to 5 root 3 will be negative 2 root 3 because they have the same number in inside the root. And when you perform an operation, the number inside the root doesn't change. Only the one outside the root changes. So when I have 5 root 3 minus 2 root 3, I'm going to have it as 3 root 3. Then 5 root 2 plus 2 root 2, I'm going to get plus 7 root 2. Looking at my denominator, plus root 6 and minus root 6 will cancel out. Therefore, 3 minus 2 will be 1. So this is just like saying, all over 1. All over 1. Remember, I'm simplifying this concept for you learners to understand it better. All right. When we reach there, so this is going like now to be 3 root 3 plus 7 root 2. Remember, this was 2 a root 2 plus b root 3. Again, I repeat, I said if you want to know the sets that are similar or that are like to each other, look at what is inside the root. For example, 3 root 3 is similar to b root 3. I can see 3 root 3 being equal to b root 3, being equal to b root 3. Now, because this is similar, so it means the value of b will be equal to 3. The value of b will be equal to 3. Then I can also see 7 root 2 being equal to a root 2. Because they are similar, therefore the value of a here will be 7. The value of a will be equal to 7. Wonderful, wonderful. I can see someone from Wajir High School. Wonderful, master. Thank you a lot. I can also see Washington is following from Nairobi, Tasia. This should be my own student. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's all make sure we've subscribed, and we also tell other friends of ours about STEM Smart Academy. So, dear learners, that is how you could have answered question number 2 to get it correct. That is how you could have answered question number 2 to get it correct. Allow I go to question number 3 now. Remember, learners, as we are preparing for KCSE, the best way to pass mathematics is by having thorough revision. Why am I doing this paperwork? I'm very sure the more you revise past papers or mocks from different schools, you will get exposed to different questions and the mathematical terminologies being used. And once you get used to it, when you go to KCSE, trust me, you will just be there smiling because you are used to this concept. And all this is being brought to you live by STEM Smart Academy, and it is free of charge. You are not being charged even a penny to attend such sessions. So utilize it. Question number 3, back to it. A hot water tap can fill a bath in 6 minutes. A cold water tap can fill the same bath in 4 minutes. The drain pipe can empty the bath in 8 minutes. The two taps and the drain pipe are open for 1.5 minutes, after which the drain pipe is closed. Calculate the total time taken to fill the bath. A wonderful question. That is from Form 3 work. So I have a hot tap A hot tap takes 6 minutes. Then I have a cold tap. This cold tap takes 4 minutes to fill the tank. Then I have a drain pipe. Drain pipe ni ya to let water out. This drain pipe empties the bath in 8 minutes. So they are saying the two taps, that is the hot tap and the cold tap, and the drain pipe are all opened for 1.5 minutes. So first of all, let's see if all the three are running together, what can be filled in 1 hour? So in not in 1 hour, but in 1 minute, because this is minutes. In 1 minute, if all these ones are working together in 1 minute, what I expect is the hot pipe, the hot tap can fill 1/6 in 1 minute, plus the cold tap can fill 1/4, that is the reciprocal. Then I have the drain pipe. Because this drain pipe, it is removing water, we subtract it. You subtract 1/8. So you realize that in 1 minute, this is the fraction being filled. When you compute 1/6, 1/6 plus 1/4, then you subtract 1/8. You are going to get 7/24. 7/24. That is the fraction being filled in 1 minute if all the three are running together. So we are being told that the three are fully open for 1.5 minutes. So what I know, 1 minute, in 1 minute, 7/24 is being filled. What about in 1.5 minutes? 1.5 minutes is like saying 1.5 minutes. So you cross multiply. So this is going now to be 1.5 times 7/24. 1.5. Let's work it out. 1.5 using a calculator. 1.5 times 7/24. What are we getting? I'm getting 7/16. I'm getting 7. So after 1.5 minutes, dear learners, 7/16 would have been filled. I want to get now, if 7/15 is filled, let me get the remaining fraction to be filled. The remaining, we are now computing the remaining fraction. Remaining fraction. Remember, learners, the total fraction adds up to 1. So if 7/16 is filled, to get the remaining fraction, I should take 1 minus 7/16. And this gives you 9/16. So after 1.5 minutes, 9/16 of the tank is still empty, yet to be filled. Now, you realize, dear learners, they are saying after that, after which the drain pipe is closed. So when you now close the drain pipe, you will only be having two taps that are running. That is the hot and the cold tap. So I want to see what is the fraction being filled by the hot and the cold taps in 1 minute. So in 1 minute again, I'll come here and say in one minute, if the hot and the cold taps are running, the hot will fill 1/6 plus the cold will fill 1/4. When you add this using again your calculator, 1/6 plus 1/4, you are getting 5/12. That is the fraction being filled in 1 minute by the hot and the cold taps running together. So I'll ask myself, if 1 minute makes 5/12 to be filled. What about this remaining fraction, 9/16? How long will it take to be filled? You cross multiply 9/16. How long will it take to be? How long will it take to be filled? So in that case, I'm going now to have 1 times 9/16. Divide this by 5/12. That is just like 1 times 9/16 remains as 9/16. So when I take 9/16 divided by now 5/12, I'm getting, when I take that, remember I'm looking now for minutes. So this will give me, when I change this to fraction, it is giving me 1.35 minutes. So the hot and the cold taps are going to run for another 1.35 minutes. Now let's look at what the question is asking. Calculate the total time taken to fill the bath. Calculate the total time taken to fill the bath. How long has been taken to fill this bath? To fill this bath, you can see the 3 taps ran for 1.5 minutes. So total time, you take the total time, at the 3 taps ran together. So 1.5 because they ran for 1.5 minutes. Plus, after because the 2 ran for another 1.35 minutes close. So when you add this, I will have it full. Sorry. When you sum this, this is going to be a 2.85 minutes. So that was the total time taken by the 3 taps to fill it. That is the total time taken by the 3 taps to fill that bath. Very, very good question. It's also, in fact, that question is normally being tested mostly in paper 2. Sorry, paper in section. Wonderful. This is also from my own. Wonderful, wonderful Atemrai. May God see you all guys through in your academics. I'm sure you will make it in this mathematics, a very, very simple subject. In fact, I literally love mathematics, and I'm very sure if you give me an option to choose between pizza and mathematics, I will opt for math first because math is my everything. I really love it. It's in my blood, and I can say it's almost constituting part of my DNA. If I'm not wrong, if I do some research with the biology experts. Anyway, let's look at question number 4. A very, very common question in paper 2. A very, very common question. That solve the following logarithmic equation. Solve the following logarithmic equation. We've been given 2 log x plus 2 to base 4 minus log 3x minus 2 to base 4 being equivalent to 1. Now, learners, there is one thing I want to warn you. If you've been given the left hand side of your equation in logarithm form, then you must also convert the right hand side to be a log. Don't just equate directly. That's a very common mistake in most learners, and I'm here today to warn you. Please don't work it out like that. In form 2, when you are talking about indices and logarithms, and also in form 3, when you expounded on the topic further logarithms, I'm sure your math teacher must have told you the log of a number to the base of the same number is always equal to 1. That's why in your calculator, if you press log 10, it will give you 1. Do you know why? Your calculator is already to base 10. So log to base 10 of 10 is 1. In other words, the log of any number, for example, the log of A to base A will always give me a 1. It's a rule. Hope you all know that. Then number 2, there is something I want to bring. If I have n log B, this can be written as log b power n. We are going to apply that principle. Another rule we are going to use here, if I have log is x of y being equal to k, for example, that is a logarithmic equation. If I'm told to change this one to index notation, what happens? The k and the y will interchange and the log will disappear. So this can be written as x power k being equal to y. X power k being equal to y. So you see the x and the the y and the k have interchanged positions, then log has disappeared. This one here, x power k being equal to the index notation, while log to base y base x of y being equal to k is the logarithmic notation. We are now free to proceed. One, I know that because the left hand side is to log 4, I can say maybe log to base 4 of y should give me 1. I need to get that value of y. So as I've said earlier, that if I'm given that, I need to change it to index notation. The power will drop to the right hand side of the equal sign. Then this value on the right hand side will become the power. Then the log will disappear. Then this means, sorry for that. This means this I'll have 4. 1 will go to the position of y, so that will become power 1 being equal to y, and the log will disappear. So it will mean the value of y at the top there should be 4 raised to power 1, which is 4. So this can be written as 2 log to base 4 of x plus 2 minus log to base 4 of 3x minus 2 should be equal to, instead of saying 1, we've seen this will be now log to base 4 of the value of y, which I've found here as 4. Log to base 4 of 4 is 4. Remember, I've also said that the log of a number to the base of the same number is always equal to 1. So we have it like that. Then after this, I'm going to apply this law that I've said. N log b will be equal to log b power n. So having said that, this can be written as log to base 4 of x plus 2 squared, because now this number will become the power there, minus log to base 4 of 3x minus 2 being equal to log to base 4 of 4, like that. Then I want also to bring in another formula that if you're having your logs being subtracted, for example, if I have log to base x of m minus log to base x of n, this can be merged into log to base x. Then because we are subtracting, we are going to divide the powers, so that this one will now become m over n when you combine. Hope you also remember that formula, learners. Hope you also remember that formula there. And if you do remember now, what are we going to do in this case? What are we going to do in this case? I'm now going to combine the left hand side because it has been subtracted. Now I'm going to have log to base 4 of x plus 2, but this one is now being squared, all over 3x minus 2. That one should be equal to log to base 4 of 4. Sorry for that. Having that concept, we can now drop the logs. when you drop the logs, maybe before I drop my logs, let me maintain. This will be log to base 4 into, when I have x plus 2 squared and I expand it, this is going to be x squared plus 4x plus 4. Then now over 3x plus minus 2, then should be equal to the log to base 4 of 4. We are having that one that way. Now, because we have the same logs, we do drop the logs and proceed now with the powers. Because there is a rule that says if the bases of your logarithms are equal, also the powers should be equal. So I'm going to drop the logs and proceed with the powers. Remember, dear learners, in mathematics, we never cancel the logs. We don't cancel logs. Hakuna cha kusema log x imecancel na log ingine. No, there is no rule like that. So when I drop the logs and proceed with my powers, I'm going to have x squared minus 4x, sorry, plus 4x plus 4. That one, all over 3x minus 2 should be equal to 4. You equate like that. Then 4, maybe I can say maybe 4. Then I can remove this denominator by multiplying both sides by 3x minus 2, or I can just cross multiply. When I work it out, I'm now going to have x squared plus 4x plus 4 should be equal to 4 into 3x minus 2. So I'm going to have this as x squared plus 4x plus 4 should be equal to, this is going to be 12x minus 8. Then you collect your like terms and form what is called a quadratic equation. I'm going now to have x squared. So this is positive 12x. On crossing is going to be minus 12x. So plus 4x minus 12x, I'm going to get minus 8x. Then minus 8 ikienda kutakuwa plus. So this will be plus 4 plus 8. That will be plus 12 being equal to 0. We have it like that. Being equal to 0. So I'm looking for two numbers such that the sum of my numbers will be negative 8 and the product should be positive 12. And this is clearly the numbers here will be negative 6, negative 2. I can see the numbers as negative 6, negative 2. We are almost winding up on this question, learners, so it's very, very important. Now, having it like that, we are now going to have x squared maybe minus 6x minus 2x plus 12 being equal to 0. Then I'll have x into x minus 6 minus 2 into x minus 6 being equal to 0. So the first case will be x minus 2, then x minus 6 being equivalent to 0. So that will mean x can be equal to 2 or 6. What is the question asking? Solve for the x. So x can be 2 or 6. X can be 2 or 6. X can be 2 or 6. As simple as that, dear learners. As simple as that, dear learners. There is nothing difficult in this mathematics. Remember that. So you just need a daily practice for you to perfect yourself. Let nobody lie to you. Let nobody lie to you that math is something difficult. Let nobody lie to you that math is something difficult. Allow I go to question number 5 of our discussion. Allow I go to question number 5 of our discussion. A very, very important discussion. A very, very important discussion. Question number 5. This is a question again from Form 3. under the topic binomial expansion. A very, very common question also in paper 2 mathematics. So make sure whenever you prepare for a paper 2, you are very, very well equipped, because you are most likely going to face a question from binomial expansion. A question from binomial expansion. Wonderful. Expand 2 minus a third x raised to power 5 in ascending powers of x, leaving the coefficient as fraction in their simplest form. Leaving as fractions in their simplest form, as fractions in their simplest form. Let's see how we are going to answer that. Let's see how we are going to answer that. First, I need to have my log table. Just let me also avail mine here so that I can be able to show you exactly what is to be done. Si kupiga mdomo tu. I'm here to bring for you these concepts exactly the way they should be, the way they should be. Make sure you've all subscribed. And also, I'm wishing Kenya success in their penalty shootouts. That is Harambee Stars. As I can see live, it is now 2-2. Kudos. So we are here to propel the country. Harambee Stars wanatubeba kwa michuano ya mpira, na mimi pia hapa najaribu kuinua nchi kwa kufunza wanafunzi hisabati. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful. I'm just getting my log table. I want to make sure that you learners are very smart in mathematics. Let no one tell you that this math is difficult. I want to assure you all that I also passed this paper that you can see I'm live streaming. I did it very well. I did it very, very well. Okay. I'm seeing Kenyans making some very, very big penalties. Wonderful. Okay, just trying to get to, I'm getting to a place where I'm still looking for I'm looking for my log table. I'm just looking for, okay, I don't know. The problem is wherever I'm going, I'm trying to search. Seems they are not there. I don't know. Okay, let me check. I think it should be at the desktop. Okay. Just a moment. I'm getting the notes. Where did I put this log table? Okay, just a moment. Because right, oh my God, I'm seeing Kenya missed. Ayaya. It depends, lakini itabidi tuzoee. Let's pray for them. Let's pray for them. I'm getting my log table. Okay, let me see if that search can work. Just a moment, okay. Okay, oh my God. Oh, we've lost a penalty. I think it's not a good day for us. It is also drawing my attention. I'm sorry. But okay, let me search this again. I'm just just okay. Just a moment. Let me see. Okay. From 3. I think I saved somewhere inside from 3 docs. Let me just let me search everywhere. Okay, anyway, let's I don't know, I seems I've misplaced it from my laptop, but still we can proceed. Okay. Let's just proceed anyway. That we are supposed to expand this. So first we are going to write these numbers. Hope you know how to write. This will be now 2 raised to power 5. Then this will be 2 raised to power 0. Sorry, 2 raised to power 0. Then this is going to be negative a third x raised to power 5. Then the next one, ona huyu ananiuliza ati Mawe inakusaidia wapi sasa? Okay, I'll answer that one later. Then the next one is 2 raised to power 1 into negative a third x power 4. Then 2 raised to power 2 into negative a third x power 3. Sorry, this is power 1. Yes, power 3. Then 2 raised to power, sorry, my pen is not writing well. Wonderful, I think I fixed. So the next one is going to be 2 raised to power 3 into negative a third x into negative a third x power 2. Then 2 raised to power 4 into negative a third x power 1. Then finally, the last term will be 2 raised to power 5 into negative. Wait, what have I done? Just a moment. Okay, just oh, sorry. I've written this wrongly. I've interchanged these powers. Oh my God. I have interchanged these powers, which is not good. This should be, let me change these powers. Just a moment. Inakaa mpira ya Harambee Stars imenipea stress. I was multitasking and it seems my mind went somewhere. So this should be starting with power 5, then this is 0. Power 4, then this is 1. Power 3, then this is 2. Power 2, this will be 3. Power 1, this will be 4. Then power 0, this will be 5. All right. Then we need to have the coefficients of 5. We normally have 1, 5. The coefficients, you get them from the Pascal's triangle. Just somewhere behind your log table, you should be able to get the coefficients. Then let's see exactly how we need to work it out. So here I'm going to take maybe for the first case, 5 raised to 2 raised to power 5 is 32 times negative a third x power 0 times 1. So that will be 32. Then for 2 raised, if I multiply 2 raised to power 4 times 5 times negative a third cubed, I'm going to get a negative 80 over 3. I'm going to get negative 80 over 3x. Then when I take now 2 cubed times 10 times negative a third times negative a third squared, I'm going to get now 80 over 9. I'm going to get, as that will be now positive, so it's going to be now plus 80 over 9 x squared. Then the next term will be now 2 squared times 10 times negative a third squared. That is going now to be sorry, have I, it was 2 squared times, oh, so this should be cubed, negative a third cubed. So that is going now to be negative 40 over 27. Negative 40, negative 40, sorry. This should be negative 40 over 27 x cubed over 27 x cubed. Then the next one should be 2 raised to power 1 times 5 times negative a third raised to power 4. You're going to get 10 over 81 as a positive. So plus 10 over 81 x power 4. Then the next one should be now that is 1 times 2 raised to power 0 times negative a third raised to power 5. So negative a third, sorry, negative a third raised to power 5, you get it as negative 1 over negative, so this will be minus now 1 over 2, 43. That is the expanded form. That is our expanded form. Then part B, it says use the first 4 terms. Very important. Use the first 4 terms of the expansion in A above to estimate the value of 1.95, and the max allocation here is 2. Dear learners, I want to tell you learners, I want to tell you how we can easily get 1 mark here even without struggling. The 2 marks is, 1 mark is for getting the correct value of x. Then the next one will now be for the answer. Remember, they are saying use the first 4 terms. So in the first case, I have to equate 2 minus x raised to power 5. This one should be now equated to 1.95, 9 raised to power 5. So when you equate like that, so this will be now like saying 2 minus a third x will be equals to 1.9. So this will be now 2 minus 1.9 being equal to a third x. Therefore, the value of x here, will be equals to, when I take 2 minus 1.9, then I multiply it by 3, that will be 0.3. The value of x is going to be 0.3. Just for getting this value of x, umeequate, solve for the value of x, you get your first mark. That one even doesn't need a calculator. So don't leave such like marks. Then they have said using the first 4 terms. What are our 4 terms? Let me show you the 4 terms. Maybe I indicate here using blue. This is your first term, second. Those are our terms. So we are going to use those terms, but wherever there is x, we are going to input the value of x. So that takes us into, this will now give us 32 minus 80 over 3. Instead of saying x, it will be now times 0.3 because that's the value of x. I'm saying 0. Sorry, why is my pen misbehaving? 0.3, then plus 80 over 9 into 0.3 squared Then finally minus 40 over 27 into 0.3 cubed into 0.3 cubed. Then you can just key in your calculator direct. When you key in your calculator, you should be able to get 24.76. 24.76 as your answer. Let's look at question number 6 of our discussion. Solve the equation. 6 cos squared x plus sine x is equals to 4. We all know that under the trigonometry 3 in form 4, you talked about sine squared x plus cos squared x being equal to 1. You talked about that identity. So this simply means that cos squared x can be obtained by 1 minus sine squared x. You talk of it like that. And if that is the case, dear learners, we can now come here. Instead of saying 6 cos squared x, so this is now going to be 6. Instead of saying cos squared x, we know that cos squared x will be now 1 minus sine squared x, then plus sine x. This should give you a 4. That should give you a 4. After we've gotten that as a 4, after someone saying, hello, watching live from Nyamira. I'm proud of you, mister. That's wonderful. Someone is saying, we are out now. Oh, don't worry. We have next time. Then someone saying you made a mistake somewhere. Let me just cross check. Where do you think I made a mistake? Because I don't think if I have a mistake, just a moment, let me cross check my values. Minus 6 sine squared x, then plus sine x being equal to 4. Then you can say let sine x be equal to y. So this will be now 6 minus 6y squared, because sine squared x will be now that squared. Then plus y should give you a 4. So you can see we are forming a quadratic equation. So rearranging in that manner of quadratic equation, I'm going to have negative 6 y squared plus y. Now this will be 6 minus 4. That will be now plus 2 being equal to 0. When the 4 crosses over, it will be 6 minus 4, which is positive 2. I can maybe divide through by this negative 1 to remove that negative there. So I can say this divided by negative 1, divided by negative 1, by negative 1, by negative 1. And if I do that division that way, I'm now going to get 6 squared minus y minus 2 being equal to 0. So I'm looking for two numbers whose sum is negative 1, and the product should give me negative 12. And the number should be, I think this number should be now 3, negative 4. 3, negative 4. 3, negative 4 should be our numbers. 3, negative 4 should be our numbers. Let's proceed. I'm taking you through it step by step, learners. So I'm going to have 6y squared plus 3y minus 4y, then minus 2, giving a 0. So this will be 3y into 2y plus 1 minus 2 into 2y plus 1 being equal to 0. So I'm going to have 3y minus 2, then 2y plus 1 being equivalent to 0. So this will mean in the first 2 over 3, y will be equivalent to 2 over 3 in that case. Y will be equivalent to 2 over 3. In the next case, where I'm having 2y plus 1 being equal to 0, so 2y will be equal to negative 1. So y will be equal to negative a half. Y will be equal to negative a half in that case. So I'm getting two values of y. I'm getting learners two values of y. I'm having y being equal to negative a half or 2 over 3. Those are the values of y I'm getting. Remember, what was your y? Your y was to be sine x. Remember, your y was to be sine x. Your y was to be sine x. Your y was to be sine x. So that means over 3. I'm seeing my network disturbing. Let me just get a stable network because this one will be causing some buffering from your end, and I want you to get this content very, very clear. Just a moment. I'm getting some network connectivity, a stronger network. That is, I'm just getting a stronger network for you guys. Okay. Okay, let me just okay. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also share the link to your other friends. You can also share the link to your other friends so that they may also join. The video will still be available even after this live stream, so you can come back still and watch it at your own time. You can come back and watch the live stream at your own appropriate time, even after the live stream here at Smart Academy. At STEM Smart Academy. We are proceeding with our discussion. Remember, today we have to finish section 1. We are finishing section 1. We are finishing up. I want as we proceed here, as we are winding it up because we are almost done in this process. So in the first case, I want to draw for you guys a unit circle. So when I say like this, it means it means that x can be equal to, what is a sine of a half? Sine inverse of a half, sorry. The sine inverse of a half is 30, but that should be negative. Or the sine inverse of 2 over 3, that should be 41.81. So maybe let me just draw for you guys a unit circle. This is what we call a unit circle with 4 quadrants. All students take computer. So in our unit circle, I'm going to pass through the quadrants where sign is negative. We are going to get sign is negative in the third and fourth quadrant. In the third quadrant, you normally know that, let me just use a different pen. This one here is theta. This one here is 180 minus theta. This one here is 180 plus theta. Then this one here is 360 minus theta. So in the third, if when sign is negative, I'm talking about this negative, our x value is 30. So if our x value is 30, in this one here, it will be now 180 plus 30, that will be 210. That will be 210.19 degrees. Then after that, we'll also have, I'm saying, oh, what have I written? 138.19 degrees. Then I'll also have 210 degrees, and finally I'll have 330 degrees. Remember, they must stick to this range between 0 to 360. They should not exceed 360 degrees. So those are the values for x. Make sure you do a lot of practice. Allow I go to question number 7 that says make D the subject of the formula. Very common question. Step number 1, I'm going to remove that denominator by multiplying through by it, or I cross multiply. So when I cross multiply, I'm going to have k into n plus 2 over n, sorry, plus 2 over d, being equivalent to m. Then number next, because I want to get d as the subject of the formula, okay, so I divide here by k, also here by k. The k and the k cancel, so I'm going to have n plus 2 over d being equivalent to m over k. That is step number 2. Step number 3, because I want d, then I have to remove this n here. How do I remove this n? It has to move to the other side, and when it crosses over the other side, it's going now to become subtraction. So here I'll be remaining with the 2 over d being equivalent to m over k plus n. Then when I've reached there, when I've reached 2 over d being equivalent to m over k plus n, I'm now, remember, my interest is to make d the subject of the formula. So to remove these 2, I'm going to multiply each side by a half. So when I take a half times 2 over d, let me see, being equivalent to, maybe I can say m over 2k plus because this is going to multiply everything here, plus n over 2 plus n over 2. Is it the case? Yes, should be the case. Huh? All right. So when we reach there, when we reach here, remember, just a moment, I'm cross-checking something here. When I divided through by k, that became m over k. Then, okay. All right. Now we are here. So if I want to get, to make d my subject of the formula, this is 1 over d. So meaning it will be now the reciprocal of this. So I'm now going to have my d now being equal to the reciprocal. I'm going to have 2k over m 2k, sorry, my pen is not writing, 2k over m, sorry, 2k over m plus the reciprocal of this one is now going to be n over 2 plus n over 2 plus n over 2. That's what we are going to have. That is what we are going to have. That's what we are going to have as the subject of that formula. Alternatively, another approach, maybe let me use now our blue pen. Another approach, after the multiplication, whereby I came and obtained k into n plus 2 over d being equivalent to m, and This will now become maybe, let's say, kn plus 2k over d when you open the bracket being equivalent to m. You can do it that way. Then when you reach there, our interest is to remain here with d. So the kn will cross there, whereby I'm now going to get 2k over d being equals to m minus kn. Then I want to get this d. I have to multiply through by 2k by 1 over 2k. So it will mean I'll multiply this side here by 1 over 2k, also here by 1 over 2k, so that this and this cancels. And if that cancels, I'm now going to remain with 1 over d. Sorry, my pen is 1 over d will now be equivalent to m minus kn divided by 2k, because this is multiplied by half. So if you divide by 2k, it means that d will be equivalent to 2k over m minus kn. So so you can see with this question, it will depend with how you will interpret it. As long as you are doing it very well, you might get different answers, but at long last, you should be getting the same thing. You should be getting the same thing. Hope you can see. Not the same thing, but different answers, but it depends. Because on my side here, you can also fast track. I multiplied by k, I divided by k through both sides, so I was left with n plus 2 over d being equals to mk. Then if that is the case, n crosses over. Oh, it should have been minus, right? Because this was positive n. How did I have it as a minus? So this was positive, on crosses should be minus. Let me just see. Let me change that. So this should have been minus n. When it is minus n, and you multiply through by that, so also here it should be minus. Let me just see. I didn't see this. Okay, I don't know how it passed my eyes. So minus n. Then you multiply by a half to remove that. So I'm going to get m over 2k minus, this one also here should be minus a half k into mk minus n will be m over 2k minus n over 2, because that half is going to multiply everything there. And when it does so, now when you reciprocate, it will become 2k over m minus n minus, hey, what did I do here? I'm not happy with that, what I wrote here. Will it be an oversight? Because now this should have been minus. The reciprocal of n over 2 could have been 2. Sorry, let me use a blue pen, a red pen, because that's what I used here. The reciprocal here could have been 2. Sorry. It could have been 2 over n. 2 over n. So you can see in both approaches are allowed. Both approaches are allowed. Find which one is better for you. Allow I go to question number 8. Allow I go to question number 8 of our discussion. In our question number 8, dear learners, you can see that point Q 156. Sorry, hey, there is an error I'm seeing here. So not even an error, but a misbehave in my laptop. Okay, point Q -1, 5, -6 divides line AB in the ratio 3:5. where A is the point, 2, negative 4, 3. Find the coordinates of B. I'm seeing someone, that is Daniel Ocheng, watching live from Kibra. Wonderful, Daniel. I'm also seeing Johnston saying on behalf of ascending grades watching. Wonderful, 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 all of you guys. I literally appreciate. So in this question number 8, this is an external division. This one is an external division. One, they are saying 3:5 externally. And you all know about this concept on ratio theorem. For example, say I'm having a line. A line AB. That line AB, you can not, is it yes, point Q divides the line AB. So I can have a point Q here, which divides the line AB in the ratio 3, externally in the ratio 3:5, where A is this point. Then we are told to get the coordinates of point B. We are told to get the coordinates of point B. For us to get the coordinates of point B, first I should be able to get OQ. So OQ, maybe if I treat this as my origin, OQ, how do you calculate OQ? OQ will be, so if you have 3:5, the line AB, 3:5, that will be external division. The total ratio here will be 2. The total ratio here will be 2. Hope you know that. And so this will be now 5 over 2 of OA plus uh, plus 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 -3 of OB. It is externally, so the total one is 5. So unaenda hivi 5, then you go back 3. So that's why when you get plus 5, which will be 2. So that's why I'm putting it over 2. In the same context, now I can replace my coordinates. OQ will be -1. I have -1, 5, and -6 here, being equal to 5 over A. Point A is 2, 4, 3. So plus minus will just be like saying minus 3 over 2 of OB, because I don't have the coordinates. That's what the question is asking me to calculate. That's what the question is asking. I calculate. So when we are there, dear learners, when we are there, we need now to proceed with our work. We need now to proceed with our question. So we can open up our brackets. In opening out our brackets, I'm now going to have -1, 5, -6, being equivalent to, this will be 5 over 2 times 2 will be 5. 5 over 2 times -4. We make sure that we are very, very, very particular when answering this question. We have to be very, very particular. And that's what exactly I'm doing. So I'm having, when I take 5 over 2 times negating a 10. So this will be 10. Then 5 over 2 times 3, I'm getting 7.5. This one should be now minus 3 minus 3 over 2 of OB. When I tend to rearrange, negative 3 over OB to go to the left, it will now become positive. So that will be now 3 over 2 of OB will be equal to 5, 10. So this should have been negative 10 because it was negative 4. Then 7.5 minus, when this one crosses over here, it will now become negative 1, 5, negative 6, like that. So I'll have 3 over 2 of OB being equivalent to, let's see, 5 minus 5 minus negative 1 will be 6. Negative 10 minus 5 will be negative 15. Then 7.5 minus 6 will become 13.5, like that. So to get B, I need now to remove this 3 over 2, meaning I need to multiply through by the reciprocal. So OB will be like now multiplying through by 2 over 3. 2 over 3 of what I'm left here. That is 6. 6 negative 15. Then 13.5. So this is now going to be OB being equivalent to, that will be 4, negative 10. Then this is going now to 9 as my OB. Therefore, it will mean that the coordinates of B are going to be 4, comma, negative 10, comma, and 9. Those are the coordinates of B. Let's go to question number 10. That a quantity P varies partly as the square root of y and partly as the inverse of y. Given that P is equal to 6 when y is equal to 2 and P is equal to 10 when y is equal to 4, find P when y is equal to 8. So whenever you hear of the term partly, learners, that is partial variation. And your idea of about two constants will come in. So a quantity P varies partly as the square of y, meaning varies partly as y square, and partly as the inverse of y, and partly as the inverse of y, meaning 1 over y. So this will be P will be equals to maybe m y squared, if m becomes my constant, then plus n over y, plus n over y. That is on partial variation. Two constants. My m and n now here are my constants. So they are saying, given that P is 6, will be equal to, when y is 2, so this will be 2 squared will be now 4m plus remember my y is 2, so it will be n over 2. When I remove this denominator by multiplying through each item here by 2, I'm going to get 12 being equals to 8m plus n. And this one here will become my first equation. Equation number 2, they are saying when P is 10 when y is 4. So P is 10 when y is 4. 4 squared will become 16m plus n over y, which is now 4. I can remove this denominator by multiplying each item here by 4, whereby I'm now going to get this as 40 should be equals to 64m plus n. This one here is going to become my second equation. Then we can solve the two equations simultaneously. we can solve the two equations simultaneously. So my first equation is 12 is equal to 8m plus n. Then 40 will now be equals to 64m plus n. Then you do subtraction. When you do subtraction, 12 minus 40, you are going to get here negative 18 being equal to 8 minus, we are now having here 8 minus 64. When you have 8 minus 64, 8 minus 64, you get 56. So that is a negative 56 because m and 56m, sorry, n and n will disappear. Therefore, it will mean m will be equal to negative 18 over negative 56, which can be simplified to, when you have a negative 18 divided by negative 56, you get 9 over 28. You get, just, okay. Sorry, this should have been 12 minus 40 should be 28, not 18. So this should be negative 28. So that will give you negative 28 over negative 56. You will get m as a half. So once I have m as a half, I also need to get n. How do I get n? I know that from the first equation, 12 is given by 8m, which is now a half, plus n. So 12 is equal to 4 plus n. So n will be 12 minus 4, meaning our n is going to be 8. Our n is now going to be 8. So if I found the values for my constants, that is m and n, I'll now go ahead and write the equation connecting p and y. So the equation connecting p and y is p will be given by m, which is now a half, my squared, so a half y squared, plus n, which is now 8 over y. So that is the equation connecting p and y. So find p when y is 8. So when y is equal to 8, then it will mean p will be given by a half into 8 squared plus 8 over y, which is 8. So this is now going to be 32 plus 1. So it will mean p is equals to what? 33. P will be equal to 33. P will be equal to 33. Let's go to question number 16. Sorry, question number 10 of our discussion. Question number 10. Question number 10, that using a ruler and a pair of compass only, using a ruler and a pair of compass only, construct on the upper side of line AB, construct on the upper side of the line AB, which equals 6 centimeters, the locus P, such that angle APB is equals to 60 degrees, and the area of triangle APB is equal to 12 square centimeters. So this is a question on from Form 4. That is under the topic loci. Okay, I'm seeing someone saying watching from Makweni. That's very nice. Okay. Let's look at that question. For us to get that question, because the loci is very common in paper 2, I will not skip it. Just a moment, I get into my construction site. I get also. I don't know if you guys are you able still to see my screen? Okay, just a moment. Just a moment, a moment, a moment. I want, I'm getting my construction tools ready because this question on loci is a very, very common question. A very, very common question. A very, very common question. And we cannot skip it. We cannot skip it. I'm just getting my tools. I'm just getting my tools, learners, so that we can do this question on construction well. Maybe you know, for you to answer a question on loci well, you need to know the type of loci that is being discussed, dear learners. The moment you know the type of loci being discussed, it will become very, very easy for you. All right. My site is ready. Let me just upload the document there. I know you are getting some blackouts, black screens, but it's only because I'm switching 1, 2 here. Let me just get the paper. Okay. I'm just getting for you. I'm just getting this paper because I had not set up my site, but I think all right. Let me see. I think okay. Let me now switch it. Just hold on. I'm getting it ready. I want to do this construction together. Hope now you are also assembling your tools, your construction tools. That is, hope you are also assembling your construction tools. Hope you are also assembling your construction tools. You can now see I've fixed that issue that I was having. Here is now the site. Okay, just a moment. Okay, wonderful. Now you can see there is our site. Let me now get my ruler and a pair of compass because those are the things we've been told they want. So I want to take my ruler. There is my compass. And here is my ruler. Okay. Let's now look at the question. Using a ruler and a pair of compass only, construct on the upper side of line AB, which is line 6 centimeters. So first of all, I need to draw the 6 centimeters. I want to draw my 6 centimeters. Sorry, that's so big. Let me reduce the font. Okay. So that is my line, 6 centimeters. So this line of mine, that is 6 centimeters. The ends of my line, should be line A, point A, point B. And this should be 6 centimeters, as you've seen. After measuring that as 6 centimeters, yes, visible now, wonderful. Can you also do construction of loci of 120 degrees too? Okay, we are going to discuss this question. Now, dear learners, when you look at this question, it is saying using a ruler and a pair of compass only, we need to locate locus P such that angle APB is 60 degrees. Angle APB is 60 degrees. Angle APB is 60 degrees. How are we going to achieve that? How are we going to achieve this? And remember, they have said if for that loci is 60 degrees and we need to get area, we need to get if the area is 12 square centimeters, how do you get the height? Because the base here will be area, which is 12, is obtained by taking a half times the base, which is 6, times the height, which is h. So this will be 12 will be equal to 3h, meaning your h will be 4. Your h will be 4 centimeters. That will be the height of your triangle. That will be the height of your triangle. That will be the height of your triangle. Now, the issue is how we locate this loci. You must have learned about what is called the constant distance locus and the constant angle locus. Now, I want to take you back to this property, the property that says the angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. The angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. Do you remember that property? Do you remember the property? Very, very important. Very, very important for you to know the property that the angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. How are we going now to construct this loci? If the angle there is 60 degrees, meaning for our constant angle loci, the angle at the center should be 120. Now, for the angle at the center to be 120, remember we are going to have an isosceles triangle because the center of a circle will be having radii. Now, if we'll have an isosceles triangle, it will mean if we have an isosceles triangle and the angle at the top is 120, from 160, so from 180 we are left with 60. Then the base angles of that isosceles triangle are going to be 30 degrees each. So how are we going to construct the 30 degrees each? For you to construct 30 degrees, let me take my compass. For you to construct 30 degrees, learners, I want to be very, very specific in this question because questions on loci never miss. Sorry, we don't need this. I need a ruler, a compass, sorry. I'll come with my compass and stand at point A. You can see I've stood at point A. Once I stand at point A, let me adjust the length of my compass. Once I stand here at point A, once I stand here at point A, as you can see, let me rotate this a bit, okay, like that. I'm going to move like that, then transfer my compass to this arc. Because for me to construct 30 degrees, I first need to construct 60 degrees, like that. Then after that, I also need to bisect this. Okay, maybe maybe let me first. So you can see what I've constructed here, learners. Just a moment. Let me construct 60 degrees here. To construct 60 degrees, that is 60 degrees constructed. This one here, as you can see, this one here is 60 degrees. I now need to bisect my 60 degrees to get 30 degrees. And how am I going to do my bisecting? I now need to bisect it to get 30 degrees. So I extend my compass a little bit like that. I now need to bisect it to get 30 degrees. I'm bisecting the 60 degrees in order to get 30 degrees. I'm bisecting it in order to get 30 degrees. So you can see I've done my bisection. This angle is now 30 degrees. Here, learners, this angle here, no, I'm not Control Z. Let me think I'm not picking it up well. Then I also need to do the same for my base here. So for this point B, number one, I need to construct 60 degrees here. I need to construct 60 degrees here. I literally love questions on loci, and it is my hope that you too, you love loci, because loci is a very, very simple topic. A very simple topic, and I can give you an assurity that a question on loci must come this year. That is my expectation, because when you look at the KCSE trends, questions on loci never miss. I'm constructing 60 degrees. So even this year, we literally expect something from loci. So make sure as you are doing your revision, you also work on loci, because it can come in section 1 where it's a compulsory question, the way this one has been brought. The way has been brought. And in that context, we will not have an escape. Sorry. We will not have an escape route rather than doing the equation. That is 60 degrees. So you can see what I've constructed here is 60 degrees. This angle here. This one here is 60 degrees. This angle here is 60 degrees. Then after constructing the 60 degrees, to bisect this 60 degrees in order to get 30 degrees here. I need to bisect it in order to get 30 degrees. And you need to be very keen with your axe. You need to be very, very keen. You need to be very, very keen with your axe. That's why you can see I'm using different colors so that to minimize confusion, like that. Then after that, let me join now using black pen. You can now see like that. So this point of intersection, maybe before that, let me just use a red pen. Now this angle here, this angle here, learners, this angle here is now 30 degrees. This one here also here is 30 degrees. Obviously, this angle here is now going to be 30 plus 30, that will be 60. You less from 180, this will be 120. So this angle, we are applying the concept about the constant angle loci, angle at the center being twice the angle at the circumference. So that point there is going now to be the center of our circle. Is now going to be the center of our circle. Now I take now my compass, dear learners, and I stand at this point where I constructed my 30 degrees. After standing at that point, I stretch my compass to maybe point A like that. I just try and see if it also fits in point B. Yes, it fits. Then if that is the case, I'm now going to draw. Now this is the locus. That is that locus. Anywhere from AB to that circle is going now to be 60 degrees. Is now going to be 60 degrees. Is now going to be 60 degrees. That is the locus. So this locus here, maybe if you look at it, because I'm now done with its construction, I'm now done with the construction. But now remember that we want a triangle such that we want a triangle such that the area of APB is now 60 degrees. APB is now 60 degrees. How do you get the 60 degrees? From I to get the 60 degrees, this is what we can do. Sorry, APB is 12 degrees, 12 square centimeters, and in that case, the height must be 4. So I may come and stand maybe at point B. Once I've stood at point B, okay, let me see. Once I've stood at point B here, I now need 4 centimeters height. So I have to measure 4 centimeters. Then after measuring 4 centimeters, let me see the point where it's cutting there. You can see it's cutting there. I transfer the same 4 centimeters to point A and see where it's going to cut my curve. It's cutting my curve at that point. So if I join those points, if I join it like this, maybe from here to there, let me join using a blue pen. If I join like that, so anywhere, so this is a so this is now the point, and if I extend, let me use my ruler. When you look at now this distance, let me just rotate it. Okay, I want okay. So if that is the case, now, if I join from here to here like that, and anywhere from A maybe to this point, let me show you guys that A maybe if I join maybe from A to the top there, let me just let me use this one. If I join from A to here, then from B to that point, and I calculate its area, it will be 180. It will be 12 centimeters square. Likewise, if I can also join from here to this point, and also from this point to this one here, again it will be 12 square centimeters. So this is basically how we construct this locus. That is how we were to construct that locus, dear learners. Nothing to struggle about. Nothing to struggle about. The moment you construct it, it is something very, very simple. is something very, very simple to construct. Very simple to construct. So that is basically what that question was asking from us. Nothing much, and nothing to stress yourself with. Maybe allow I now go to question number 11. Allow I now go to question number 11. That is Sam bought a piece of land valued 1,800,000. Valued 1,800,000. 1,800,000. I think. Just a moment. Let me fix something here. Okay. And a car valued at 4,500,000. The land appreciated at the rate. The land appreciated at the rate of 12% per annum, while the car depreciated at the rate of 5% every 4 months. Every 4 months. Find the number of years it will take for the value of the land and to be equal to the value of the car. Give your answer to 1 dp. Give your answer to 1 dp. Now, it's appreciation. Remember that, let me see, find the number of years it will take the value of the land to be equal to the value of the car. Remember, the land is appreciating. And if it's appreciating, remember amount, A, amount is given by P into 1 plus R over 100 power N. I'm talking about the car. So the piece of land was valued at 1,800,000. So that 1,800,000 will act as our principal. 1,800,000 into 1 plus its rate is 12% per annum. So 12 over 100. 12 over 100 times n. So this will be the amount of the land after n years. So this is now going to be 1,800,000 into 1.12 power n. That is that is for the car, sorry, for the land, because the land tends to appreciate in value. Now, we also have got the car. So for the car, it is depreciating. And if something is depreciating, amount, you know, let me just, you need to be very, very keen and very particular in this discussion. In this case, sorry, okay, I don't know, my cursor is misbehaving, just a moment. Expect it to be okay now. Amount is given by P into 1, because it's depreciating, it will be now minus R over 100 power n. So that means this will be 4,500,000 into 1 minus at the rate of 5 for every 4 months. So if it is 5 for every 4 months, that is a quarterly. That's what it means, quarterly. So I'm going to take 5. The rate we normally divide by 4 for every 4 months, meaning in a year it will be paid 3 times. You divide this by 3 over 100 power, Then n you multiply by the number of it, that will be now 3n. Hope you know that logic. Hope you know that logic. Hope you know that logic. Okay. Just a moment. That will be. So this will mean, so for these two amounts will be the same. Just let me see something here on my side. 5% divided by 5 divided by 3 divided by 100. 1 minus that. Okay. 5 for every 4 months. So in a year it will be paid 3 times. So you divide it by 3. You multiply that n by 3. So we are trying to see when will these two amounts be equal. For them to be equal, it will mean 1,800,000, 1,800,000 into 1.12 power n should be equal to 4,500,000 into, when you work this out, what are you getting? When you work this out, because it depreciated. Okay. When you work out this, what are we going to get? So the 5%, you divide that by divide by 3. 1 minus that. Let me see. So I'm getting these as 59 over 60 power 3n. 59 over that power 3n. So if that is the case, if that is the case, this can be written as that first I can decide to divide here by 1,800,000. Maybe even if not like that, let me yes. Or do we have any other logic to implement here? Let me introduce logs. I want to introduce the concept of logs here. It will make my work very easy, because when I introduce logs here, this is now going to be like 1,800,000. Sorry, 1,800,000 n log 1.12 being equivalent to 4,500,000 3n log 59. Sorry, that should be log 59 log 59 over 60. Log 59 over 60. So that will mean when you tend to reduce this, Let me see. How are we going to sort this out? Because it's my thought that I want to get for you guys a simpler method. If I work it this way, I'll be complicating these things. Alternatively, this is what I can do instead of doing it this way, because I'm saying this one will be quite complex to some of the time takers. This one will be quite complex. The laptop is hanging. I don't know why. We have this logic here, dear learners, that we need to build on, whereby I can have 1.2, sorry, 1.2. My pen again is not writing. What is that? What is not happening with my screen? Just a moment. I'm also trying to fix up my issue, because it seems my laptop is. Let me see if it is. It will now, right? Maybe I have fixed it. 1 point. It's not again working. What's wrong? Okay, you know the secret I can do here is I'm seeing someone saying someone is saying hadi nimeelewa sasa. That's wonderful. Someone hapo. Someone is saying, I'm seeing a lot of discussion ongoing here. I can see someone saying, okay, nitajiunga na just a way to ensure that both rates are annual. When we have it this way, allow it do it this way, such that I can have one. Yeah, I knew the secret to this pen now. Divide this by 59 over 60. When you have 59 over 60, when you have 59 over 60, 59 over 60, just I want to see. When you have 59 over 60, that is just like saying 0 point, but did I do it right? 5%. So it was 5. I divided it by 3. Let me check my calculator once again. You know my calculator. That will be 5 divided by 3. Then you divide this now by 100. Then you'll take 1, you less that answer. Oh, sorry, this should have been, yeah, 59 over 60 is like saying 0. Why is my pen not right? Oh, 0 point, all of this, it's under power n. This should be equivalent to 4,500,000, sorry. My pen is letting me down, so you need to understand. Divide by 1,800,000, like that. So when I have it like that, so when I take 4, that will be like 45 divided by 18. I'm going to get 2.5. And when I get it as 2.5, let me see. 1.12, I divide that by 59 over 60. 59 over 60. I'm going to get 1. Let me see, 1.12, 0.9833. I'm getting here 1.139, maybe power n, being equivalent to 2.5. I can now introduce the logs here, whereby I say log 1.139 power n should be equivalent to, sorry, it should be equivalent to log 0.5. So this will mean n log 1.139 will be equivalent to log 2.5. Then n will be log 2.5 divided by log 1.139. So my n, so when I take log 2.5 divided by log 1.139, I'm getting, when I divide it like that, log 2.5 divided by log 1.39, I'm getting this as 7.04, but 1 dp should be 7.1. 7.1. Let's look at oh, sorry. Thank you for bringing that across. Okay, I'm seeing someone saying that question at 59 over 60 power 3n. Let's look at question number 12, that under a transformation T, which is 2, 3, negative 1, 1, triangle ABC is mapped onto this via these vertices. Calculate the area of this one here. You know that area scale factor is equals to the determinant of the matrix of transformation T. So first of all, let me get the determinant. Determinant is going to be 2 times 1 minus negative 1 times 3. So this will be, just a moment, this will be 2, this will be 5 now. This will become 5. That now we know that area of the image over area of the object should be equal to 5, which is your determinant. So let's see this. How are we going to get the area of our image? Calculate the area of this one here. To get the area of our image, maybe if I give a sketch, I have this as my Cartesian. I have A at 4, 2, 4, 2 here. This is A. B at 10, 2. Then C at 9, 7. 9, 7, like that. We need to get the area of that triangle. Getting the area of that triangle, getting the area of XY. Let me just, sorry. B is 10, 2, 10, 2, 4, 2, then 9, 7. How are we going to approach that question? Let's first get the area of triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. This is now going to be a half times the base, 4 and 10. The difference in the base there should be 6. Then times your height. H1 is Y1 is 2. Then the other one is 7. So 2 minus 7 is 5. So when you multiply this, I'm going to get my answer as 15 square units, isn't it? 15 units. So this one is the area of the image. So the area of the image, which is now 15, over the area of the object, call it y, should give me 5. should give me 5. Then it will mean that y is equals to 15 over 5, which will be 3 square units. 3 square units. Question number 13. Question number 13. Let's move quite faster. In the figure below, RST are the points on the circle center O. PQ is a tangent. PQ is a tangent. You can see the tangent to the circle at T. POR is a straight line. POR, where is P? POR is a straight line. Remember, O is the center. Angle PQR is 26. PQR is 26. Let's see. And RT is equals to 12 centimeters. Calculate the size of RST. Where is RST? They want the size of this angle here. RST. How do we get that angle? Remember, this question is a very, very simple question for you learners to answer. But you need to apply some concept. One, I want to look at ROT. Let's look at ROT. ROT can be obtained by, let me join, if I join T to O, remember that this line I've drawn is a diameter. The diameter and the tangent intersect at 90 degrees. The diameter and the tangent intersect at 90 degrees. So if that is 90 degrees, I can get this angle here. How do I get that angle? I get that angle by saying, let me calculate here and say, first maybe angle T or P will be equals to 180. Will be equals to 180 minus 90 plus 26. 180 minus 90 plus 26. So this angle TOP will be equivalent to, when I take 90 plus 26, I get 116. Then 180, I less that answer. I'm going to get 64. 64 degrees. So this 64 degrees is this angle here. But now when you look at that angle with this angle of ROT, they are supplements. So ROT now is now going to be 180 minus 64, which is 116. 116 degrees. 116 degrees. Now, once this angle is 116 degrees, it's being subtended by code RT. Now, we normally say angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So to get angle RST, you take 116, you divide by 2. When you take 116, you divide by 2, you get 58. The property of angle at the center is equals to twice the angle at the circumference. Number next, the radius of the circle correct to 1 dp. So hapa tumepata 58. To get the radius of the circle, we are going to apply the concept of the sine rule. S over sine S will be equal to 2r. S over sine S being equivalent to 2r. So my S here is 12. So I'm going to have 12. Sorry, my pen is misbehaving. Wonderful. Now this will be now 12. My pen is not writing well. 12 over sine 58 being equals to 2r. So my r here is now going to be 7.0755 centimeter, which is to 1 dp, it will be now 7.1, the sine rule. Look at question number 14. The equation of a circle is x squared plus y squared plus 4x plus ky being equal to 12. The radius of the circle is 5 units. Find the coordinates of the two possible centers of the circle. We all know that for an equation of the circle, x minus a squared plus y minus b squared should be equals to r squared. That is the general equation of the circle. Should be equal to r squared. Don't know. Should be equal to r squared. So having that as our concept, here I'm going now to have if I can rearrange this, this can be like x squared plus 4x plus y plus ky being equivalent to 12. So it will be now x plus 2, x plus 2 squared plus y plus k over 2 squared should be equal to 12. Should be equal now to 12. Hope you know what I'm doing. Sorry. Why is this one misbehaving? Plus 4. I'm adding the constants plus k squared over 4. So I'm now going to have when you reduce this, 16 plus k squared over 4 being equals to 5 squared, being equal to 5 squared. So it means that k squared over 4 is equal to 9. So it will mean that k squared will be equals to 36. So k will be equals to plus or minus the root of 36. That will mean that k can be equal to -6 or +6. Therefore, the possible centers, my pen is not writing well. The possible centers here, we are going to have -2, -3, and -2 and 3. I don't know why do I have this misbehave from my side. -2, 3. Those are the possible. Okay. My pen is not writing well. Apologies for this, dear learners. I'm literally apologizing over my pen here. I'm going to have this as -2 and +3. Let's look at the second last question. The figure below is a model of a roof with a rectangular base ABCD. AB is 15 centimeters, BC is 26 centimeters, and the ridge EF is 14 centimeters. And is centrally placed between the faces ABE and CDF are equilateral triangles. Calculate the angle between the line CF and CE. Angle between the line CF and CE. Remember, equilateral triangles, this means that CDF, CF. So this is 15, 15, 15. The same to this. Now, if that is the concept, the angle between line CF, you can see the line CF and CE. So let me join this also here, CF and CE. like that. Let me maybe just join like that. So if we join it like that, if we join like that, we realize that for us to get that one, we need to get we need to understand exactly what is to be done here. So first, let's get CE. I need to get that that line CE. Line CE, if you look at this question, okay, I'm just seeing the breakdown. I'm just getting the breakdown of the question. It is centrally placed. So if BC is 26 and EF, maybe let me just drop this dotted. Maybe like this, it will help someone understand what is happening here. It means this point here is 14. Is 14. And if it is 14, 14 you less from 26, you get 14. 26 minus 14, you get 12. Meaning this is 6. This is also 6. So to get this length, first to get the length CE, we need first to get, allow I call this one M. I need to get this line M. To get that line M, this obvious is 90. Let me first start by getting the line EM. You've seen my M, how I've located it. So let me get first EM. This is given by 15 squared minus 6 squared. Then you, minus 6 squared. Then you square root. Minus 6 squared, then you square root. This gives you, when you do that subtractioning, 15 squared minus 6 squared. Then the root of it, you get it as 13.75. 13.75 centimeters. So the moment I found that as 13.75 centimeters, and I will now have something like this. I will now have something like this, learners. I want you to be so keen. So this will be M. This is 90. This is C. This is E. So this EM I've found as 13.75. MC is 14 plus 6. Huh? So MC will be now 20. Now to get EC, it's now going to be the root of 13.75 squared plus 20 squared. So my EC, a CE, when I work it, 13.75 squared plus 20 squared, then the square root, I'm getting 24.27. 24.27. 24.27 centimeters. Now, once I have this as 24.27 centimeters, they want which angle? This is the angle they want. I'm now going to use what is called the cosine rule because look at this case. Why am I using the cosine rule? Maybe let me extract for you that, let me extract for you that triangle they are talking about. And let me tell you why we are using maybe the cosine rule. So this is, have I drawn this well? This is C, this is E, F, then this is E. The angle between CF and CE is this angle here. EC, I've found that as 24.27 here, 0.27. Then CF, CF is 15. then EF is 14. So the formula we are going to apply here is the cosine rule. That will be now C squared is equals to E squared plus F squared minus 2EF cos C. Cos C. So this will be now 14 squared being equal to 15 squared plus 24.27 squared minus 2 times 15 times 24.27 cos theta. Cos theta here. So that will tell you, that one is going to give us, if you are very keen, I'm going to get 14 squared. What is it? 14 squared is 196 being equal to 15 squared plus 24.27 squared is going to be 814.0329 minus 2 times 15 times 24.27. 728 cos theta. Collection of like terms, I'm going to have 728 cos theta, being equivalent to 814.0329 minus 196. So my cos theta will be now 814.0329. I minus that. I minus what did I write here? Minus what? Minus 196. I minus 1. This was 728.1, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 0.1. I now minus 814.0329 minus 196. I get 618.03. Am I doing this thing right? 03. Let me just minus and divide to make my work easier. After that, I have to divide this by 728.1. What am I getting? 0. I'm getting this as 0.8488. Then it will mean that my theta will be the cos inverse. So the cos inverse of that value will be 31.9. 31.92 degrees. That is your answer. The last question of our discussion is that the gradient function of a curve is given by dy dx being equals to 3x squared plus 4x minus 5. The curve passes through this point. Find the equation of the curve. When you are given the gradient function and you are told to find the equation of the curve, you simply integrate. So, to get our equation y, we simply need to integrate. We are integrating 3x squared plus 4x minus 5. We need to do that integration in relation to dx. So when you integrate, I'm going to get y being equivalent to, this will be now x cubed plus 2x minus 5x plus c. But remember that when from, My pen again is becoming unresponsive. Huh? Okay. Um, when x is equal to 1, y will be equal to -4. Substituting into my equation, dear learners, what am I going to get? I'm going to get 1 cubed, sorry, -4 being equivalent to 1 cubed plus 2 into 1 minus 5 into 1 plus c. So that is going to give you the value of c as -2. When you solve the value of c, you're going to get -2. Therefore, your equation is going to be y being equal to now x cubed plus 2x minus, was it plus 2x squared, sorry. So this one was squared. Yes. Plus 2x squared minus 5x minus 2. That is your equation. That is your equation, and that marks the end of section. That marks the end of section 1. That marks the end of that section 1, which I wanted to discuss. Okay, I'm seeing someone saying, hi, it's Purity. The questions are interesting. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, guys, thank you all for this. Thank you all for this. Thank you all for this incredible presence. I'm seeing, guys, you've really given me your maximum support. You've literally given me your maximum support here, guys, and it's not in vain. It's not in vain. Make sure you subscribe. Share also this link to your other friends. Okay, there's something I feel like it's not syncing. Let's allow just a cross check on this question number 11, because it seems I ignored the power here. There is a power I ignored here, learners, and I'm not convinced with this working at some point. Let me just, it's good because I omitted these 3 in my working. I hate that omission, apologies, but I want to make that correction so that you learners can see exactly what is needed. Just sorry, let me have it like this. It's not a big omission. It will come here. This base here should be cubed because of this power. So that base here, okay, let me just rewrite it. It was 0.9833. 0.9833, but now should be cubed. My pen is disturbing. 0.9833 cubed. This should have been 0.9833 cubed. Yes, exactly. That is now the correct way. So when you divide by that, let me just see. I'm going to have, when I have 1.12 divided by 0.9833 cubed, I'm getting I'm getting this as 1. Where is my pen not writing again? Today, I've faced a lot of challenges with my pen. I think I have to do something. 1.178 power n being equivalent to 2.5. If that is the case, you introduce now the log such that I'll have n log 1.178 being equivalent to log 2.5. So therefore, that will mean that n will be log 2.5 divided by log 1.178. So the value of n is when you take log 2.5, you divide by log 1.178. I'm getting um, 5.6. I'm getting 5.6. Hope I divided well. Let me just cross check. 59 divided by 60. Just a moment. 5 divided by 3 divided by 100. 1 minus that. Okay. 0.9833. When you cube that, then 1.12 divided by that answer. Then you take log 2.5 divided by log of my answer. Sorry, log 2.5 divided by log of my answer. Okay. All right, that is it. Anyway, thank you all, guys. I literally appreciate your support plus your presence. You've literally made it doable on my side. You've also made it doable on my side. It is not in vain that you've given that support. The video will still be available online. The video will still be available online. I'm seeing someone saying Aldina Visram High School Mombasa, wonderful. I'm also seeing someone saying good night, guys. Wa game una game nini. I'm seeing a lot of things literally. Thank you all, guys. Your comments here make me growing. Okay, I'm seeing. Maybe let me just drop my number there, 0741304311. In case you have any other question you might wish to ask, guys, feel free to ask. Guys, feel free to ask. Thank you all. Thank you all. After making your subscription, let's meet up next time again. Goodbye for now. Goodbye for now.